Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world of the world away. I've got something really special to show you today. I have been toying over the Mike Lane mod of the hood box. And the problem I've done is that I've already made the hood box, and look at the picture on the screen here. This is where I'm up to at the moment. So it's one of these things that if I do it, it means I've got to take the whole thing apart. Well, Mike Lane actually sent me one of the hood boxes. I'll tell you now, whoa, it's worth the effort. Now, on my Patreon videos, if you join up my Patreon, you'll see all the hard work I had taking everything apart so I could get ready for this video you're about to see now. But to tell you what, it was worth the wait. So this is Mike Lane's hood box. Okay, now what I had to do was take every single thing out of the hood box. So if you look at these pictures here, this is the big pile of stuff that I had. That also includes the metal tray, which would normally go over this bit just like that and is secured down. We don't actually need this bit anymore with Mike Lane's hood box, so we can actually chuck that away. Now these are the wood displays that are going to be, we're going to break them open, and they are self-adhesive on the backs, so we are going to be securing these to where they go around the hood box. And there's also some other details and pads and adhesives, and even some sandpaper in there, which is going to be used for more detail and to tidy up afterwards. But the first thing Mike wants us to do is to take out this section here, which is going to replace the metal bit, kind of like that. It was like that at one time. It looks completely different. I probably got this on completely the wrong way. There we go, that way around. Which is going to completely replace the metal bit that we had there. So let's get this off. Now Mike secured these with some masking tape, so they're not going to go flying off, and I'm only going to peel off what I actually need, or the detail I need, rather than everything else, because I don't want to break it. I've got a habit of breaking things. So there we go. This is the piece that I'm actually looking for. Now the way Mike's done this is really clever. One side's actually protecting the wood, and the other side's got the adhesive backing on. So when you take off the side that's connecting the wood, that is what it looks like. And then the other side here's got the adhesive on, which I've got to take off now, so we can actually put this in just to this section here. So let's do that now. This is the bit I'm never normally good at. I can't get my fingers under it normally. But I think we're getting there. There we go. And this is the adhesive side here. Just coming off. It actually looks like that, the adhesive side, just so you know. And I just gave it a quick tap just to check it was sticky. And this is going to be going on first. So let's put this one in and make sure everything's lined up correctly. Just want to make sure we feed that light cable through there, which we've done. And that is everything into place there. That's gone in really, really easy. Really easy. So I'm very happy with that. Now obviously all the screw holes that we need for this are through, you can still see them through the wood there. So that's why we didn't need the metal block anymore. What do you think of that? Now we've got to do the long inner sides, and there is a difference between these two. One has got this little notch out of it, the other one hasn't. So there is a differentiation between what ones we've got. So I'm just going to take these out now. What I'm doing is I'm actually peeling it off of the side. Mike's probably having a heart attack at the moment how I'm taking these out, because I don't want to break them. Obviously, so that's going to be the side that we see. This one without the little notch is going to be going into the side that's closest to the battery box there. So this is going to be going in here just like that. So we get that secured in. Take the stickiness off. It's a shame this isn't smell-o-vision, because it has got an absolutely lovely smell, this stuff. I don't know if you've been perfuming it, Mike, but it has got a really nice smell. There we go. So that's one side on there, making sure that that wood fits completely flush with the top section there, because we're going to have some bits going over the top as well. And then we're going to put the other side on here, and that side is the one that has got that little tiny notch in. And there we go. So that's the two long sides in now. That side there and the other side there. Now we're going to be putting in these inner sides here. Now the first one is one complete piece, just like this. And this one's going to be going, again, closest to the battery box, just on this inside wall there. So I'll get this taken off. Again, one side exposes the wood, And the other side here has got the adhesive on. Looking like that. Now this side, as you can see, you've got some little notches just in the middle there, which means this section is broken into two. So I'll get the first bit off, take off the wooden side there, and then we take off the sticky side. I'm going to keep going on about it. I love the smell. There we go. And that's that side in as well, looking just like that. And then that leaves just this little square, which is going to go into the corner of that bit we put on. It's going to leave a little blank section there, but you're not going to see that because there's a detail. It's going to hide all of that. Now, the longer side of this little rectangle goes up and down. So before I stick it in, I'll show you what it looks like. So it's going to go in this way, just into the corner here. It's going to look just like that. There we go. Now we've got 14 of these little sticky pads here, and if you have a look on the side here, it's going to be hard to see, but you see these indents here? They're meant to be countersunk screws. So what we're going to do is put the stickiness over these, so when we have the wooden piece over the top, it's going to look like there are countersunk screws in there. And Mike does show you in the instructions the positions to actually put these on. So I'll get a couple on now, and then we'll do the whole lot, and I'll show you what that looks like. You just want to ensure that they do cover those holes for the little screws there. Just like that. So let's do them all the way around. And that's that side as well. Now for a detail you're hardly going to see, that is some attention to detail, isn't it? Now the first side he wants to put on is the shorter sides here. So I'm just going to get them off the main sprue, if you like, there. This side's got all the holes in, so it's pretty obvious that that's going to go this side. So when they're in, they're going to be going like that. I'm just making sure that the little holes at the bottom here are covered up by the gold that I've put underneath it, which they are perfectly. So when you're happy with that, it's just a case of peeling off the protective paper from the wood side, like that. And then we'll take off the adhesive from the bottom, and then we'll stick this into place. So making sure the holes line up perfectly. Now I am lining this up with the top here. I want this to sit flush on the DeLorean, which means that when you line it up, make sure that you've got it on a flat surface, so you can make sure that this section's pushed down to the flat. It does come up above the lip of the plastic in the inside. I don't know if you can see that perhaps on the close-up camera, but that is that piece in absolutely perfectly. So we'll do the other side, same thing. Take the protective paper off one side. This is the tricky bit, get the paper off. There we go. And that's the protected side for the wood, and then we'll take the stickiness off and do exactly the same thing. I'm going to put this in place while it's lying down. I think that might be the best way to get this lined up, and then offer it to it like that. That looks good. And then push that into place as well. And then through those little holes, it's hard to see, but they are gold, where we put some gold in behind. Very clever, Mike. Very, very clever. Okay, so once they're on, we're going to start doing the long sides here now. I've added a couple more gold foil things, as you can see here, because what I did was I matched up these sides just to make sure that every single one of these little holes at the bottom there are covered with the gold from underneath. So let's get these on now. They're going to go on kind of like that. So we'll take the stickiness off the back. These are pretty similar to each other, but once again, when I put them on, I'm going to line them up with the edges here. Then I'm going to attach it while it's down. That way I know that all of the base here is perfectly in line. So looking at that, the edges look really good there. and on that side as well, looking perfect. So push that into place, make sure the holes have lined up. Yep, that looks good. I love the Pepsi Cola logo on there. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So again, we'll just take the stickiness off the back. I'm just going to line up these holes. Very, very happy with that. I mean, it looks impressive already. I could just stop there really, couldn't I? Right, now the only other thing to do now is just round the edges here. As you can see, we've got to put some more of this little edging that's just going to go in like this. So to that end, what we're going to do is we're going to do the long sides first. And these are really fiddly pieces, these are, so you have to take great care of them. You don't want to go breaking the wood. And then I'll put this side in first. Just like this. Make sure it's flush up against the front piece that we put in there. So that's looking like that. Do the same to the back. So again, I've already taken these bits off the main sprue. Take that off, and then we'll put that in. You see how easy Mike's made this? If you've got any doubts that you won't be able to do this, trust me, it looks really good. There we go, and then we're going to put the two sides on. Now, one side here, as you said, we've got that cut out there, and this is the piece that goes to that. I've already taken the adhesive off for this one, so that's just going to go in like that. Again, push that into place, and then we've got one last side there, just behind the battery box, and we'll do the same thing on this side. Push it into place, and there we go. That is almost the hood box done. Couple more things left to do now. Now, Mike has provided us with two little bits of sandpaper here. Now, the sandpaper he's provided is coarse and grain, so let's just get that out of here. And you can always tell the difference between them. Just feel the rough one is feeling really rough, the other one's feeling smooth. Now, you see around the side here where we've got the wood, but then these edges are black. What we can do is just go over it with the sandpaper here, just to take that blackness off. Doesn't have to be completely, but just to give it a weathered look, so it's not so black going round. So what I'll do is I'll do that to all of the sides and show you what that looks like. And there we go. See, it's just toned down those rims around the edges there. So that's that done with the sandpaper. And then we're going to be putting some foam pads just at the bottom into the corners here, so that it doesn't mark the car when it goes on. And again, attention to detail. Eaglemoss didn't think of that, did they? So we've got these pads here. We're just going to put 4 of them in the corners. So let's put one over here. Just like that. There we go. And that's all the pads on the bottom there. And then the pièce de résistance of this is this little gadget here. Why didn't Eaglemoss think of this? You know how hard it is to actually get to that switch? I've been ramming anything in there to put it in. Well, now all I need to do is put this little bit in here, and then I can just turn it on. Simple as that. And then straight the same way, just turn it off again. Mike, this bit in itself is worth the money for this kit. This is absolutely amazing. But that is the hood box complete. But obviously, I need to show you it in all its detail of where we're up to at the moment. So what we're going to do is put everything back in. So I thought that was going to be a lot harder than it actually was. But there you go. That is almost completed. Obviously, in issue 151, I think we've got some details to go around the side. A few more wires to go in. But pretty much that is the hood box completed. And I'm sure you'll join me in saying, oh my God, Mike Lane. Oh my God, this is absolutely amazing. Now, I've put a link on the screen where you can get this from yourself, and it's also in the video description. But if you are going ahead with the extended editions and having the hood box, this is one of these must-have things. I'm telling you, this is absolutely amazing. And now I've done it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh my God, this is a million times better. I mean, I can't believe I was making do with what we had. Eaglemoss, please take note of what Mike Lane does, because, whoa, that's pretty amazing. Anyway, listen, I really do hope you like that video. Remember, the links are in the description. If you did like the video, please remember to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.